Welcome back to the Tech Lab, everybody. I'm your host, Will, and today's episode, AI Hustlers, AI's Blueprint for B2B Success. So, today we will be diving into the digital evolution of sales strategy. In our first segment, the AI Sales Playbook, we're going to talk about and basically uncover how the fusion of AI and traditional sales techniques are revolutionizing B2B sales. We're going to do everything from identifying target markets to aligning your sales goals with your business objectives, and we're going to unpack, the future of sales. So let's get started. First off, let's break down what this segment is all about. In the world of B2B sales, staying ahead means embracing technology, specifically AI. We're going to explore how AI can help us build a comprehensive sales playbook. um, this isn't just about selling smarter, it's about, selling in the future today, if that makes sense for you. So, what exactly goes into a sales playbook? Think think of it as your sales strategy Bible. It covers your target markets, your sales process, and the tools and scripts your team needs to close deals, right? So some of the key components: target market identification. Knowing who you're selling to is extremely crucial, and AI tools can help you analyze data to pinpoint your ideal customer profile, helping you focus your efforts where they count. Right? Sales processes and methodology. Every team needs a roadmap. And in today's market more than ever, I believe having a solid, straightforward roadmap can help you lead to a lot of success. This part of the playbook kind of outlines the steps for initial contact to closing a deal, and tailored by AI insights to kind of increase efficiency and success rates. A lot of times we know, or we can come up with an idea. So, okay, this is what my ideal customer looks like, what we call an ICP, your ideal customer profile. This is what the ideal customer will look like if they walk through my door, if they went to my website, or if they called my phone. But what is the roadmap? What does the initial contact look like? The different ways it can happen, and then how do we get to closing the deal, right? That's what you want to build out your entire sales process. If a person comes to my website, how do I get them from what is their sales journey? How do I get them from a website to a closed deal? Or how do I get them from an email to a closed deal, or from a phone call to a closed deal? So if you have multiple ways for potential clients to get in contact with you, then it's very vital that you have a roadmap for each avenue that that person can take. Okay, so tools and technology. If you've listened to any of the other episodes, you know this is big for me. I'm big on the technology, as we call it, your tech stack, right? Here we include the AI and automation tools, right, that assist you with lead generation, customer relationship management, and analytics. Really, everything that we've talked about up until this point. These tools are the backbone of a modern sales strategy. So, just to touch on that, lead generation. How are you finding your leads? How are you loading them into your CRM or your customer relationship management tool? And then what are the analytics, your reports, your data showing you how how your marketing and sales strategies are performing? We tie it into Google Analytics and things of that nature. All of that ties into a solid sales strategy. It's not just about having HubSpot or having an automation tool or having MailChimp. It's about knowing what those tools can do, what they can do for your business, and what you plan on doing with them. And then, of course, mapping out everything so everything flows according to your playbook, right? Scripts and messaging. Um, for me, AI takes over this completely. So AI can basically guide the development of sales scripts by analyzing successful sales interactions. AI can help you refine your message to kind of hit the right notes with prospects. Something I say on every sales call that I do a I do a sales call on Wednesday, around, was it 4 o'clock I do it? Yeah, every 4 o'clock I do a sales strategy call for a company that I'm partnering with, Common Suite. And I bring this up all the time. I have not written out an email in like a year because of AI, right? So just to give you an example, I give my chat GPT for um, my scripts that I've used in the past. I give them emails that I've used. I give them all types of data based off of my style. And I have them rework everything to fit with industries, which my company, top tier tech, tech firm on the East Coast, looking to expand west, but enough of that. And when I give AI access to those scripts, it's able to analyze the data. I usually prompt it to look at sales strategies that's been extremely successful in the past for other companies, and it can take all of that data and knowledge and formulate something new for me. And I have to say, like I've been very successful in doing so. And it frees up a lot of time building out anyone out there that's worked in sales, built sales teams, worked in marketing or anything like that knows it takes a lot of time to build out marketing emails. It takes a long time to build out sales scripts that really fit not just you but your team. If you're using multiple people, if you're subcontracting out this work, as far as people cold calling or cold emailing for you, a lot of times just having a generic sales script isn't enough. They need something that kind of fits their talking tone and their personality. And that's where AI for me comes in. If you have a more energetic tone, right? You are, exciting when you're on the phone and people are just drawn to you. I want my sales script to uh to mirror that so you feel more comfortable with it. If you're a more formal, a more professional, mellow toned, hey, how's it going? This is Will with Win Industries. Wanted to reach out to you about if that's your tone, I want the script to flow in that type of way. So, of course, you are comfortable when not just reading it, but it already feels something like something simple that you can make of your own, right? AI is huge in that. So, of course, I bring it up all the time. ChatGPT, Claude, and any other large language models are great for doing that and building out those scripts. All right. Training and onboarding. A good playbook, right, serves as a training manual for new hires, incorporating AI-driven um, simulations and training modules, excuse me, to get them up to speed quickly. So, what I mean by that, your playbook, once it is completed and put together, you should be able to, in theory, hand it over to someone in, say, the sales department. Uh, they can take that and they're able to basically get going with your business. Okay. Hey, Will, you know, you're new here at the company. Here's the playbook. Here's how we do things. Here's our strategies. Here's our guide, A through Z. And I should be able to take that with, of course, some more hands-on training and be able to hit the ground running, right? A solid playbook really helps there. The issue we see in today's society with much larger companies are they tend to get away from what really made them great because they're so big at this point that people just kind of get left to the side, right? You see that with layoffs in sales all the time, companies letting go the bottom 20% because they can't keep up. And it's not always that they can't keep up. It's they're not being properly prepared like like people in the past would have been. For a great example, if you've ever worked in SaaS, sales as a service, numbers are hard, they're high, and the money's great, but it is easy to get let go because a lot of times there's no ramp period anymore. Like companies are getting away because they just want to hit the ground running. It's like, hey, you come in, we want you to hit these numbers. The idea behind that is we're providing you with a strategy and a playbook in order to make you successful as quickly as possible, but they're missing the mark on the actual playbook itself, right? I've seen much larger companies who you'll come in, you'll do some training for a couple weeks, and all right, you're you're off to cold calling, 300, 400 people a day, and you're ready to take appointments where the strategy isn't really there to make everyone successful. Some people are self-starters. I know from myself, because I've been in sales my entire life, it's a little easier for me to just dive into something versus someone who might have struggled in the past or needs a certain type of training or just some more insight where they can't really just okay, here's a book, go get it done. And I'm seeing more and more companies do that. And our goal today is to kind of get you away from that, right? So now, how do you create your own AI enhanced sales playbook? It starts with data. Everything starts with data or data, however you want to say it. Uh, gather as much as you can on your current sales process and customer interactions, right? Next, you want to integrate your AI tools to analyze this data to help uncover insights on customer buying behaviors and preferences. Use what you've already been through as a business. If you're not just, if you're not starting up today, you've been in business for a little while, it's never too late to tweak the sales process to help improve it. That's where tools like large language models come into play, where you can help, or they can help you analyze the data that you have. So, you want to use these insights to help refine each section of your playbook. Um, break down everything section by section, taking your time, and it kind of helps you ensure it's aligned with your business goals and your customer needs. Remembering that the goal is to make your sales strategy more dynamic and responsive to the market changes, because you can have this is something you want to work on a quarterly basis, right? I like to say when it comes to your sales playbook, you want to review it every 3 months because the market is always changing. I enjoy it as a futurist, but I know from a business standpoint, it can be hectic seeing that there's new tools coming out, there's new strategies. Things with the Fed are always changing as far as interest rates, which have a trickle down effect and can affect everything from real estate to finance. So, that's why it's extremely important for you to reevaluate your sales playbook and your strategies, because you might have great pricing today, and then the Fed increases rates by a couple of points, and then next thing you know, your price, you're out. You're too inexpensive based off the market because inflation and things like that have kicked in. So what you were spending $4 for, um, per item a couple of months ago, now you're spending 10, and now your margins don't make sense. So that plays a part into it, but you also have to be cognizant of how those type of changes are affecting customers, right? A lot of times we only look at it from a business perspective. It's like, okay, interest rates are going up. Man, the price of eggs is $10, right? You're not just a business owner, you're also a consumer. So we want to make sure when we're building out these strategies that we remember that we're not just dealing with it ourselves, our clients and our customers are dealing with inflation and things of that nature and the changes, and we have to make sure we're adjusting accordingly. I'm not saying don't raise your prices. I'm not saying, stay affordable or whatever. Just make sure if you're going to make those changes, you change that entire playbook. So if your prices were to rise, you can adjust your sales strategy and you can accommodate those new potential type of clients that you have coming in. All right. So, next, practical steps, right? So, here are some practical steps for getting started. Um, audit your current sales process. Identify what's working and what's not. And humble yourself when it comes to this, because more times than not, if you've never built out this playbook, you'll see that you have a lot of things that aren't working, and you have to just be humble about it. So, all right, I messed up. How do I adjust? How I get things back on track so I can get the right clientele in, right? But also, a lot of times, what we'll see is things that we might have thought weren't working as well are actually bringing in some great data for us. So, audit your current sales process, identify what is going on, how leads are coming in, where's the biggest market you're receiving, right? So, if you're getting calls all the time for people looking for consultations or whatever you're selling, and they're not really your targeted audience, start identifying where these leads coming from, right? Like, why am I getting clients from a market who, you know, no fault of their own, no fault of you, just it financially doesn't make sense in regards to the sales process for them. If I'm charging $5,000 an hour, but your budget is 500 an hour, what in my process is leading you, what in that process is funneling you to me into these type of accounts where I can't close that deal. Like it just doesn't make sense financially for anybody here. I can't adjust my prices to come to your budget. You can't adjust your prices to come to mine. So making sure you audit your current sales process is huge. Um, Another tip, selecting the right AI tools. This is crucial. Research, research, research. So you want to look for tools that can integrate seamlessly with your existing system. Now, if you don't have a system, put one together. But you have to look and see what you have in place. Mainly like your project management tools, your CRMs, what are already in place as far as the software you use? Are you using QuickBooks for accounting, or how are you accepting payments, and how are you making payments when it comes to paying bills? You want to make sure the tech that you bring in, the AI that you bring in, um, can work with those because the more seamless integrations are, the easier it is to use. Next, train your team, right? Ensure everyone is up to speed on how to use any new tool or strategy that you bring in. You yourself need to become a master of your playbook. It is like a coach in sports. As a former coach, no one knew my playbook better than me, and it needs to be like that to an extent where I know it so well that when I go to you, my team, a player, my workers, or whatever, I can teach it to you in a way that you'll understand, right? That you're comfortable with. That if you wanted to, you could go off and run it yourself. Now, don't go off and take my strategy playbook because we do it great over here. But that's the goal, is for me to be able to pass that knowledge down to you. Parents, with your kids, there are specific things that we are all great at, and not just great in doing, but the ability to pass it down to the next generation is huge. And that's kind of how you want to think about it when it comes to training your team. I need to be able to pass this strategy and this information down to them, so they need as little management as possible. I am not big on micromanaging. I do a lot of subcontracting, so I can't micromanage them, right? So that's where that comes very vital. So um, iterate and optimize. So use ongoing AI analytics to continue to refine your playbook. Google Analytics is big. Tracking what is going on with your business, right? How is your website performing? How is your SEO performing as a whole? How is TikTok doing for you? Yes, you're getting views. No, you're not getting likes, but are you getting clicks in regards to your bio? That's one thing our content creator side is kind of failing at as far as a business. We're seeing that, let's say, I have a million views. I had a video that went viral 2 years ago. It was a Phineas and Ferb video. Great, 5 million views. But did it lead to business, right? Like, so how are the analytics on that? I had a video recently that I released that had like 400 views on it. Not great, but within that same time frame, I saw an uptick in clicks, right, on my link in bio. So so that video might have not done a lot of views, but it was something in that that led to um, clicks. Is what we want, right? As business owners, we want clicks. Go to my website, go to my links, and I saw uptick in that. So it might not have had the millions of views, but it served a purpose, and those analytics actually outperform the ones from the 5 million video, right? Because that video was about nothing. So it didn't lead to anything. So my content, understand is all right. Today I had 700 views, I had 10 clicks, not bad. Yesterday I had 300 views, but I had 30 clicks. So the information was actually resonating with the people who are actually looking at it. So understanding that and your analytics will be great. Um, and then when that ties into like on the sales side, when a call comes in, you say you're a consultant, when a call comes in, how often are you closing? How often are you setting appointments? How often is that call leading to something else? Like, where does it go in the sales flow, and how successful are we at closing those stages? Those are two huge things we always want to look at. Um, And, really trying to make sure I'm touching on everything for you though. But, there you have it, guys. Um, I feel like, that is a great setup for you as far as like an AI enhanced sales playbook. This is actually probably going to be like a three-parter. I think this is something that needs to be talked about and worked out. These next 2 to 3 episodes we're going to spend a lot of time about building out your sales and marketing strategies because from my experience in digital marketing and marketing in general, that's where a lot of people are tending to fall short. They have amazing idea, have an amazing product, amazing service, and I mean they are a necessity, right? But something just isn't clicking. And that's where these next couple of episodes will come into play, where we're going to address how you market to people, how you sell to people, and what tools you can use to help streamline those processes. So I've said a lot. Stick around because after the break, we're going to dive into some more insights on leveraging technology for business success. You're listening to the Tech Lab, and we'll be right back.
Hey families, we know everybody can't attend online preschool classes with their child. However, you want the best. So we're sending these classes straight to your inbox. You're tired of the YouTube videos and which order to teach them all the ads. You really just want to provide the best education for an affordable price. We're here to do that. Straight to your inbox. Each week you'll get preschool classes with Miss Ali, art classes with Miss Tammy, music classes with Miss Brenda, and all of the bonuses that our live online classes receive. So you will also get in your inbox every week Spanish classes, virtual field trips, skill builder worksheets, as well as the enrichment videos to go along with those, and assessments that you can use to test your child at home. Again, this comes straight to your inbox, so just visit our website and choose the program that works best for you. We're calling this program Flexi Learn. It's our on-demand pre-recorded class bundle straight to your inbox. Visit us at mtlpreschoolonline.com.
All right, welcome back to the Tech Lab. So, if you found our deep dive into AI enhanced sales playbooks insightful, you're going to love what's next. In my next segment, funnel vision, building smarter sales funnels with AI, we're exploring the autonomy of sales funnels, right? The power of landing pages and how AI is changing these tools to kind of help supercharge B2B sales. So let's funnel our focus into you gotta know that was good into this fascinating topic. Don't judge me. AI wrote that joke. Okay. All right. So first things first, what the hell is a sales funnel? Right? So imagine an actual funnel, super wide at the top and narrow at the bottom. In sales, this represents the journey your potential customer goes through from learning about your product or service, the wide top, right, to making a purchase, the narrow bottom. Um, it's about creating a seamless path that guides the prospect through awareness, interest, decision, and action. Right? That's the big four, as you would when it comes to your sales funnel. So to illustrate this, right, let's consider a classic example of a sales funnel in the B2B sector. So the SaaS industry, software as a service. At the top of the funnel, you have awareness, where potential customers encounter your product through blog posts, social media, or ads about, let's say, project management software. Okay. And as they move down to the interest phase, they might sign up for an email listing after reading an insightful article or hmm, on improving team productivity, right? That's a big one. I see tons of those. So further down the decision stage, into the decision stage, they're considering a purchase, right? And attend a webinar. So something that you might have hosted on the benefits of the software. After that, finally, we have the action stage, right? They decide to start a free trial or request a demo, having been convinced of your product's value. And really, the journey from awareness to action is what a sales funnel is all about. Guiding a prospect through a well orchestrated process that addresses their needs and concerns at each specific step. Okay. So we understand what the funnel is, but what's a landing page? So at the heart of a very effective sales funnel lies the landing page. These are not just web pages. We all have websites. We've all seen websites. These are specifically designed to receive and convert traffic from your marketing campaigns. Okay. So a great landing page is laser focused, a lot of times industry specific, and it speaks directly to the prospect's needs and offers like a clear call to action or a CTA. So whether it's signing up for a webinar, downloading a white paper, or scheduling a demo, a landing page is really where the magic happens. Um, Real world example of a landing page concept that's used in B2B is what we call the solution focused landing page. These pages are designed specifically for visitors arriving from a targeted ad campaign, right? So if I've posted a Facebook ad, the goal of that ad is to drive you to a landing page about a particular problem, such as how to enhance team collaboration remotely. Everyone's working, well, not everyone, right? The vast number of people are working remotely now. So a lot of issue comes in with collaboration because we're not in the office, we're not, you know, bonding like we used to. So how do we enhance that? How do we fix that issue from a remote standpoint? So the landing page directly addresses the issue, showcasing how your software would help solve that problem, featuring customer testimonials, and offering really a clear and compelling CTA, call to action. You see, call back. Okay, like CTAs are like start your free trial or download our collaboration guide, right? You see them all the time. Get an email, hey, start this free trial or download this PDF guide. The goal is really just to provide a focused, relevant solution to the visitor's problem, encouraging them to take the next step in the funnel. That's what the landing page is really all about, getting you to that next stage so we can do our magic. All right. So that's a lot to kind of take in, but why is it important? It is extremely important where in this B2B world, um, sales cycles can be a long and complex um, journey. So, understanding and really optimizing the funnel is extremely crucial for you as an owner. It's not just about grabbing attention, it's about nurturing the leads, building relationships, and providing value at each step in that journey. And this is where landing pages tend to shine, right? If you have a solid one, offering tailored content that addresses the specific need and challenges of your audience. I mean, that effectively moves them down the tunnels. It effectively moves them down the funnel. Um, so in the business realm, right, the importance of a sales funnel um, and landing pages cannot be overstated. It is vital. The more successful mid-sized and small businesses understand how to utilize these tools, and it's what helps them be highly successful. B2B buying cycles are typically longer and involve multiple stakeholders, right? So making the journey from awareness to decision is a more complex setup. So each step in the funnel needs to be carefully crafted to provide value and build trust, which is huge when you have multiple people potentially involved. If I know as one of the stakeholders that our company has an issue, and I've got some interest in what you're offering, but you really haven't built enough value in what you sent me, it's going to be even harder for me to sell the next stakeholder on that. That's where the value really comes in. And let's say you build the value with the landing page. When it comes to the webinar and the next call to action, that's where the trust really gets built in. I need to be able to, as one of the stakeholders, trust and value what you've given me enough that I can be a vocal mouthpiece for your product or service and sell to my other stakeholders. So, for instance, a strongly designed landing page can be the difference between um, us engaging or bouncing off, right? Think about how many times you've seen ads or you've gotten emails where you're like, delete, unsubscribe, spam, and it wasn't well designed. Um, the information didn't draw you in. It just took too long to work, right? That is part of that process. It's about creating a narrative that resonates with the businesses, right? With the business's pain point. Whatever my pain is in my business, the goal of the landing page is to bring that out. So I'm like, my pain could go away based off of what you're potentially offering, right? So you want to demonstrate that you're understanding and presenting your product as a solution, right? That's where the whole pain and gain comes in. We'll go over that a little later on another episode. But so this process of nurturing, combined with a strategic landing page, is vital in moving leads through your funnel effectively, right? So let's talk about, once again, my favorite section of this. How does AI play into this? AI's role in optimizing sales funnel landing pages is multifaceted. For starters, AI can analyze vast amounts of data, right? From your funnel, um, to pinpoint exactly where a prospect drops off and why, allowing you precise adjustments. For example, AI tools that track user behavior on your landing page, right? So it might reveal that visitors frequently leave your page without even clicking the CTA. And it could be because the CTR is too far down on your page. Like you don't want to be scrolling forever and you never get to the climax of the page, right? So with that insight, you can kind of test a new layout where the CTA is more prominently placed. Like you have a CTA when, after two scrolls or after one scroll. You have one at the very top of the page. They're like, interesting, keeps them going. They see more options to potentially click for a free trial or download a user guide. Furthermore, like AI is can help you enable hyper personalization. This is what I love about AI. So imagine a landing page that adjusts its content, testimonials, and CTA based off your visitor's industry. So um, this is kind of how I use landing pages. If you are a managed service provider, MSP, and I'm doing cold outreach using our landing pages, we have a landing page specifically designed for you in your industry. I have landing pages specifically designed for accountants and people in finance, people in insurance, people in marketing. So you're not going to see the same content. You're not going to see the same testimonials or case studies. You're going to see things that are directly impacting your industry. And that's the power of AI when it comes to this, because I don't want to always see something generic. Oh, lead generation for everybody. It does this, it does that. No, show me how this lead generation tool has helped other people in my industry be successful. And by doing so, I have a more personal connection to the information, that's being shared. And that's kind of how I use AI in this facet. Additionally, my other tool is AI driven chatbots on the landing page, right? So having an AI chatbot we talked about in the previous episode. If you haven't seen it, jump on Spotify, Apple Music, or Apple Podcasts, or YouTube and go watch it. Great insight about chatbots. But they can help engage visitors with personalized greetings, right? I have one that goes out to MSPs where they will greet you once you've spent about like 5 seconds on the landing page. It'll check in with you, see how you're doing, and offer to guide you through common questions or direct you to relevant resources on the page to kind of enhance that user experience. Um, Doing so, I see a drastic change in click rate. The click rate skyrockets because the AI is pushing them towards that CTA, and that's really what you want. So, in summary, AI doesn't just play a role in optimizing sales funnels and landing pages. It's revolutionizing it, right? I say that a lot because as a futurist, it is my it's kind of my goal to always have an idea or understanding what the future holds for us as business owners. Um, and AI helps make each interaction more insightful, more personalized, and it is very effective at driving conversation. And that's what you want from your business and for your business when you're starting to utilize these tools. So, I didn't give you a breakdown of tools today. That's something I want you guys to kind of do some research on as far as the specific needs of your niche, because there's a lot of tools out there that help with this. It's just a lot of stuff is niche specific based off of what you're doing. So I don't want to give you something and yeah, lead you down a rabbit hole to the wrong thing, right? But there we have it. That is your guide to leveraging AI for smarter, more efficient sales. Um, as I close today's episode, first and foremost, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. This is episode 4. We've been doing this for 4 straight weeks. I've gotten a lot of love um, on my boy Ken's Facebook group, as well as on Spotify, Apple Music, TikTok. Um, the views and the listens grow each and every day. Want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. Want to thank my boy Ken for really forcing me to do this because I was gonna do it no matter what. It just wasn't gonna come out until like Q3. So big shout out to my boy Ken for really lighting the fire under me to get this done. But with that said, I love it. I love talking AI. I love talking business. I've been blessed enough to be highly successful in this tech world, and I like to pass on the knowledge. So hopefully, I can help you guys succeed, you know, as much as possible in your own endeavors. But with that said, join us next Friday, same time, same place, as we continue our exploration into sales strategies. We will have two focuses next week. We will continue our B2B talk and we will shift focus into the B2C world. So we'll dissect some innovative ideas that you guys can apply to your business. But until then, I'm your host, Will. This is the Tech Lab. Keep innovating. Peace.